Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
Blazing California sun. This Amazon driver is about to get a refreshing surprise as he makes his rounds in the blazing California sun. The homeowner has left a note inviting him to take a dip in the pool. If you want to go for a swim, you are welcome to. And he does. He puts his phone and keys on a table and dives in, fully clothed. He didn't even take off his hat or Amazon vest. In Phoenix, another example of Americans helping one another in the great heat wave of 2023. This Good Samaritan noticed his mail carrier in distress and ran to her assistance.
She tried to pick up some packages and she kind of stumbled when she did that. And when I saw her do that, I was like, she's going to faint if she tries to walk to my house.
It turns out she's pregnant and is having a hard time with her deliveries on day 26 of unrelenting 100-degree heat. Meanwhile, in Florida, people are still flabbergasted that the water off Manatee Bay is as hot as a hot tub.
That stunning temperature of 101 degrees.
It's the hottest sea surface temperature ever recorded on the planet.
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi, and today is Shabbatai, July 29th, 2023, and it's currently 12:10 p.m. Eastern Time, pre-recorded. Great glory, great praise to the Mighty One. Thank you, beloved, for being here with us tonight. At least for me, this is pre-recorded. Now, beloved, before we go into this, I would like to apologize for the noise that you may have here in the background. My mother is out there and she's doing the dishes and all of that, and the traffics and the fan up there. And you know, we're down there in Florida. We've been having a lot of storms. Okay. Thus, you might hear some thunderclaps in there. We apologize beforehand, and I'm doing the best that I can to make sure this thing is recording as loud as it should. And if it is too loud, I'm gonna try to record the next one better, because this thing, once you start recording, then it is. That's the first thing. The second thing, I would like to thank all the new subscribers that came, well, not subscribers, the new watchers. We always advise you not to subscribe to our channel, but instead watch times on time. If you stumbled upon this channel, that means the Holy One called you and you had answered. Now, to say this, it's not everyone that are here, they are on the same page or on the same path that we are. Okay, if you're new to this channel, we have many things here. We will recommend you first to watch. You can go to the little icon that have the face in it, and okay, this is if you wish to be a part of the membership. Okay, we do private studies. We no longer study live anymore, and you can go to all our lives. Okay, so those are lessons. All our lives that we do, with the prayers that we do back then. So you can watch the prayers, the other one that are available for you. Okay, you can watch all the prayers. Okay, we had things we do 4 months, 3 months ago. We got all those prayers. You can go ahead and watch them. The 40-day fast, you can go ahead and watch all of them, and they have good information in there. Okay, that's the Zedek and Noga, the alignment and stuff like that. And we have private lesson where we study privately, such as ET, extraterrestrial, what you want to call it, what alien, which we call EI. external intelligence. You were born with a EI, aka a guardian angel. If you don't know your guardian angel, please send us an email. All the information that you need, they are in our video description. Now, with that being said, beloved, we are going to go ahead and see if this is Jacob's trouble. Then again, if you are new here, our message is be at peace. There will be no Jacob's trouble. We already went to Jacob's trouble. Okay, they hide it. They make you think all those horrible and terrible things that happened to a group of people back then were happening to those so-called 83. They were happening to so-called white folks. They were happening to the so-called Arabs and Chinese and Japanese. No, those things were happening to us and our brethren that are scattered upon this world and the four corners of this earth. There will be no Jacob's trouble. None, because we went into it. 1619, 2019, there is no more Jacob's trouble for us. That is why you see the entire earth is upside down. That is why you see the heat waves. No men possess the power to control the weather. Let me repeat again. No men, there is no man on earth here that can control the weather except if it is our people. What you are seeing here, it is not caused by the so-called the elite. It is not caused by the so-called the 1%, the alien, extraterrestrial, none of that. This is a raw power of the Most High God Almighty. Men are not in control here. The so-called the Gentiles, the 83, they are not messing up the blessing on purpose so they can bring a new world order. This is nothing but garbage. There is no such thing as a new world order. The new world order came here in the fourth part in 1492 when Christopher Columbus decided he landed over here in Haiti. Okay, let's just get Google Earth. I should have it somewhere here. This is not Chrome. I need to change this thing in Chrome. Okay, 1492, that's when the New World Order came here. In the fourth part, they were already destroying our people in Europe because we rule Europe. When they first landed here, the place that they landed here in Haiti, it's called Mole Saint Nicolas right here. Okay, Mole Saint Nicolas. That's where Christopher Columbus landed. And then when he landed, he knew exactly where to land, okay, where to do all those things. All right, so we have many lessons in Haiti and all that things and why they choose to land over here. Okay, that's those things you may have to watch all our videos. Now, to clarify again, no man, I don't care what they have, CERN, none of those garbage. First of all, they can't clone anyone. They can't clone no one. Don't listen to anybody like that. The whole garbage movie, they clone Tyrone, all of that. Forgive me. I haven't watched the movie though. I'll be very biased. I haven't watched the movie. Forgive me. But they have no power to clone anyone. If those people had any power to clone so-called our people, they would have already have their own people walking around here being the majority of the population. Yet what you see those people are doing, they are worried over overpopulation and depopulation. Who are being depopulated? Them. Their population are dropping in China and Japan and Europe and all pretty much all 83. Their population are decreased because they cannot reproduce and they cannot clone themselves. Don't let anyone deceive you in telling you those people have the power to clone us. We have what we call the God gene. We have the divine DNA. If those people can clone the so-called original black man, the original Israelite, therefore they can clone the Most High God Almighty. Because we have the gene and the DNA of our fathers, no one can either clone us or change our DNA. We are God being walking upon this earth. Don't you ever let anyone disrespect you and come up over there and telling you those people have technology, they can make another you. They barely can clone themselves. The only thing those people can clone are mushrooms and other the vegetable and things like that. Barely. And then again, those people cannot create or they created this apple in the lab and stuff. No. they have perverted this apple in the lab. The apple is already created. It's already been created. The apple with the seed, that's the natural apple. You take the apple with the seed, you take the seed, you go to your lab, you do some Frankenstein things with it, and then you make another apple that's seedless. That's a perversion. You didn't create it, you perverted it. If you take a man, you chop off his third leg, you give him breast implant, you give him estrogen, you pump a lot of hair in his body, you remove his beard, you give him a wig, you give him this, you give him every single thing. You call this a woman. This is not an actual woman. You have perverted the nature of this men. You cannot create people. Don't let anybody coming over there and try to take the glory and praise and the power from the Most High God Almighty, our God, that are doing things like this. Now, beloved, let's see. Is that thing recording? Because we have to always... well, all right, it is recording. Now, what seems to be the issue here? Why is it that this heat wave is not letting go? Why is it now the so-called South Florida, which we at right now, record the sea, when they measure the temperature of the sea, they record it as 101 degree Fahrenheit. This is the first ever they ever recorded this around the world. The temperature is so hot. Why? You think the so-called 83 have somewhat the technology that they can do this to themselves? You know who's down there in Florida enjoying the weather? Enjoying the beach? Like we studied together, we learned that if you stay by the beach, you could never be sick, because the sea itself is a medicine. You don't need to even go in it. The sea, there are certain word of power, certain prayer, certain meditation you can do by the sea. The wave, the calmness, the wind of the sea will cure whatever disease that you have. That's why those people, they exclude our people from the beaches. That's why the beach property are so high. That's why they live so long when they live by the beach or by the seashore. That's why they keep us in the hood, in the ghetto, in the inner city, which is good. Okay, they go live by the beach because they know the secret of the sea. Sea, the actual ocean, is one of the greatest assets a country can have. For instance, this island Haiti is bordered by sea all around. It's super rich. Jamaica, Cuba, all the island, Florida. If your land is bordered by sea, you are super rich, you are super healthy and wealthy. Why do you think all the so-called geezers come down there in Florida to retire? You think because of the weather? They have pretty much the same weather in Texas and Louisiana, Alabama and California and Arizona. No, they come in Florida by the beach because the actual sea, the ocean, has certain magical things in it, certain magical elements that will keep you alive for a very long time and keep you healthy. Now, why those people that know these secrets, they build a DEW, or direct energy weapon, and they're freaking heating it up, the so-called the sea, so all the people themselves, they won't go and enjoy the vacation and be on the beach and enjoy themselves. No, that is because the blessing is over. The Holy One is indeed in the midst, and that's why they are doing this. Now, when you look at a country like, let's say Mongolia, okay, Mongolia, okay. All right, you look at a country like Mongolia, they have no sea. That means this country is super poor. Okay, they have no country, barely any body of water. Country like China. That's why you see China keep fighting the South Sea. They try to take the sea because there's something in the ocean, and this thing is for us. There are certain beings that are in the ocean, they are for us. Now, let me clarify this. You will have a bunch of Constantine Christian coming over there and saying, oh, the Marine Kingdom, oh, the so-called the mermaids, they are evil, they are that. Look, listen, we study those things, we know what you're trying to do. Over here, we take both positive and negative. We know what those things here. We will not come over there and intimidate us. You will not come over here and bring your fear and lower our vibration. We are not afraid of either alien, mermaid, demon, devils, or whatever that is. We have no fear. The Holy One did not give us a heart of fear. Okay? Now, when you look at country like Taiwan, why do you think they're so after Taiwan? Because it's in the middle of the ocean, in the whole chip. Why do you think those people love going into the Philippines to get those little kids? Why do you think they love country that have islands? Why do you think they are so obsessed with this country right now? Well, it's been for a while. Oops. Why do you think they're so obsessed? Everybody want to go there. They want to take vacation there. Why do you think they love to go to Hawaii, the islands, the beach? Why do you think those people like to go to Bali, Indonesia? Why do you think that? Okay, like country like Afghanistan, those countries are not rich. Like Russia, they are not that rich. Okay, they are in some degree, but when it comes to ocean, everything over there is frozen. And country like Slovakia, like Czech Republic, they're in the middle. They have no beach. They have nothing. Okay, Germany have some beaches. They do. Yeah, some beaches. Okay, why do you think that the England is super rich? It's like the world superpower over there because it's an island. It's separated. It got the sea. Okay, anything that have the sea, you are an island. You are surrounded by the sea. By nature, you are super rich. There's something in the sea, and they don't want to tell you about it. We will tell you now. Of course, beloved, let us keep on moving with the video. Then we will dissect it. This is indeed Esau's trouble. This is indeed the so-called 83's trouble. Those people have to pay for what they have done. There will be no such thing as the elite will come back on top again. You will have Bill Gates. You will have a Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk coming on top and rule again because they have gold and whatever. So tell me one thing. Who've been ruling for the past 400-500 years? We've been ruling ever since 70 AD. There's nothing, nobody, huh? You people been enjoy this thing. You make your own delusion, taking the world that nothing ever happened for the past 400-500 years. Now the Antichrist going to coming. Now they're gonna give you the chip. Now you're gonna take the mark of the beast. Now you're gonna take this. You already done all those things when you came here. You came with your mark of the beast in 1492, and the mark of the beast was your way of life. You bought your Christianity, you bought your culture, you destroy ours, and you say if you don't accept yours, you won't be able to buy, you won't be able to eat, you won't be able to go to anywhere, you won't be able to, you destroy our people, and we have to take your mark, which indeed we took it back in 1492. And now the Holy One is just sweeping you off the land. And we got land, the Holy Land is everywhere, baby. We got land here, we got land in Africa, we got land in the Caribbean, we got land in Europe, we got land all over. You will not tell us where our land is and where to go and where to live. In fact, we will tell you where to live and where you can go, what you can do, and what time you will have curfew. Point blank period. We will assign you to a piece of land, and we will tell you how long you're going to stay upon this land and what you can do there and where you can go. That's all. Your blessing is over. That's what that is. Let's keep on moving.
Ever recorded on the planet.
It's actually hotter in the ocean than many hot tubs.
It is hot. Oh my goodness.
Our Allison Hall is at Great Jones Spa in Manhattan.
Around 100, 102 degrees is the sweet spot. That's what you guys have this at.
That's what we have it.
And that's what the water in Florida feels like right now.
So now you got this. This is a spa in Manhattan, man. Not everybody can go in this thing. Okay, I'm assuming this thing is quite. Is that thing recording? Is it because I have to keep on? Yes, it is. Hopefully, I'm not that loud because this thing seems like it's recording very loud. But anyway, not anyone can go over there in this Manhattan spa or whatever and just chill in this water. Now, beloved, like we said again, if those people have the so-called devices or technology that can control the weather, or again, let me stop here right here. Please, if you are new here, I'm just making this video for the new people that are watching. Let no one tell you those people can control the sun, or even worse, they're going to black the sun, or even they try to black it. They can't. They do not have that power. Those people can barely have a phone working. They barely have an internet working. Whatever happened to their 5G? Remember 5G? Oh, they're gonna use 5G to get rid of black people. The black folks got like 2 years. Black folks, look, don't listen to those people that bring those low vibration garbage, man. They're 5G, whatever technology they have, they are garbage comparing to the power that you have in you, whether you want it or not. The power that flow through you and your DNA is nothing but magic, pure magic. They call it quantum physics, quantum mechanics. Anytime you hear anybody talking about quantum entanglement, quantum, they're talking about magic. That's what it is. And you know what magic means? Manipulation of energy. You are the only being in this universe that can manipulate magic to that level. You have all the so-called alien, they are magical beings. They manipulate energy. Magic just means knowledge of all knowledge. And manipulation of energy, which is that's what you are. And you are unique because you were created by the image, from the image, in the image of the Holy One. There's a lot of people that walk around here, they look like you, they are not you. They just look like you, they are not our people. A lot of people online pretend to be us, they are not our people. Okay? You are a magical being. Embrace the magic in you. Let no one telling you this is witchcraft, this is magic, you're going to hell, you're going to this. There ain't no hell that is big enough or strong enough to hold you. There is none of that. They are afraid of your raw power. They will try to say, okay, well, it's transhumanism. You try to merge with AI and stuff. No, what they are calling AI is actually EI, external intelligence. External intelligence, such as what they are calling alien, which we know them as angels, guardian angels. You're supposed to merge with the Most High consciousness. That's why they don't want. They are the elite going to put the chip in your ass, in your mind, so they can control you. Wait, hang on. You mean to tell me those people that possesses the power to, they own the economy, they own pretty much everything. They control the bank, they control the education, they control the religion, they control you, they control the masses. And now they're gonna come with the technology to put in your mind, to control your mind, which already they did through their TVs, through their TV shows, through their cartoons and movies and documentaries and the internet, the social things. They already have everybody under control. If you're not under control, if you're not, they already have that. Why would they would need to build a technology to put something in your mind to control you again? What they are talking about transhumanism, it's another step. Remember, you are not a regular human being. There will be an energy. Let me say this here. You better listen very carefully. There is an incoming energy that will be here. And once this energy get here, and a few of us will be able to tap into this. And once we tap into this energy, we will become what the Holy One has originally made us into. We will become the God being. Okay, there is the God and there's the God being. There is the Most High and then there's his children. You will revert back to your original state, thus the way that you were in the Garden of Eden. Therefore, you no longer are human walking around, you are God being. That's what they are calling transhumanism. You will become somewhat, the only thing they can compare you to is a super fast computer, a super fast AI. That's the only thing they can compare, because their mind cannot fathom the power that you're about to inherit. That is only if you're ready for this type of things. Most people, when they hear things like that, they run to conspiracy theories, let people make them afraid of their own power. Okay? Those folks possess no technology to boil the ocean. They don't. The ocean is boiling because there are certain beings under there. There are certain things. Why do you think all those planetary alignment were happening for? Why do you think all those things were happening? Why do you think the so-called, those people that went in that ocean gate submersible or whatever, submarine, went over there and get missing? They get captured by the beings that are living down there. Why do you think they're making the ocean so hot? Because they don't want those people there. If it's not the ocean is hot, they're getting attacked by sharks. If it's not sharks, they get attacked by sea lions. Because they cannot enjoy the blessing. The blessing is done. The curse is upon them. Then again, forgive me. There are people out there washing dishes. Let's keep on moving.
Amazing. Yeah,
Hard
it's
to
crazy.
believe.
Let's try this. I mean, that is really, really hot. That's crazy that the water in Florida feels like this hot tub.
And did the heat play a role in this alarming moment on Capitol Hill today?
And a string of
Majority Leader Mitch McConnell froze mid-sentence and stood without speaking for 23 seconds.
Okay, Mitch.
You think they are doing this to their own people? You think this dude staged this? You think those old geezers they are part of the so-called the Illuminati? They are part of the so-called the elite. You think that no, the heat again, like we said it before, we said it like a year or two ago, and we're gonna keep going and saying that, okay? The so-called sun that you're seeing here is not what you think it is. The sun is actually alive. It's a living being. It's a magical being, all right? The sun, the energy, this planet that is here, whether you call it Nibiru, Planet X, or Pluto, which has entered Aquarius, if you're not about astrological, please carefully and slowly, quietly leave. Because we study everything here. We all about magic. We all about astronomy, astrology. We all about our power, because those things were forbidden unto us not to study, not to touch, because they have power in them. Those things were originally ours. When we study the movement of the planets, the stars, the movement of the earth, and everything moves, okay? And the movement of the animals and stuff like that. Nature is controlled by the mighty one, the power does. He passed the power to his children, the God being, which is us. We have this power implemented in us. Those people cannot do this. You think they will literally make the sun cover whatever area they have and microwave them? You see, guys like Mitch McConnell or whatever his name is, he's like in his 80s, I'm assuming, and stuff like that. You think he is part of the so-called Illuminati or whatever those people are, or the true Illuminati are our people. We were or still are the true illuminated. Okay? The true, the real, the authentic or original Freemason were our people. Those people took our stuff, they perverted them. They perverted everything and claimed they are going to rule the world. You are not. We are. You going down, we're going up. The so-called 83 or the so-called Gentiles, they do not have any power to do this, and those people, above all, they do not like inconvenience. You think those guys will send the so-called Mitch over there to do a little mind control over the people, have their vote, keep them in the same cycle, and then he freeze for 23 seconds or almost die because of the freaking heat? You think they will do this to their own people? No, that is because everything that's being doing right now, it is done by the power of the Holy One. It is done because of you. It is done because of your prayer. It is done because of, above all, your meditation. It is done because you are awakened. Once you start awakening, Brother Delbert Blair warned, once you awaken, your body is associated or analogous to the earth. It will heat it up. It will burn. It will go into a fever and burn whatever virus that it has in it. And those people are the virus. Okay? So yeah, let's keep on moving. They are not doing this to themselves.
CNN's Dr. Sanjay Gupta says it could have been dehydration or, more seriously, a mini stroke.
When he was walking off, he was moving his arms and his legs okay, so that was a good sign. But clearly something happened there.
Yes, of course. Of course. And what happened there is the holy judgment of the Holy One. That's what happened. How long we are into this thing? Oh, all right. Let's take another video, then we will go to the 10 plagues, all right?
There's no panic in the ranks, but the men know with the flames at their feet, they're running out of time.
We fight. Everybody, all the people, they fight. The simple people, the government, they ask everybody, but for nothing.
So you mean to tell me those 83, those people that, they are so proud of the Greece or Greek, the Greco-Roman, the Greek civilization. Remember, the Greek invented everything. They invented the air, they invented the water, they invented fire, they invented the earth, they invented how you breathe, they invented how you go to school, everything is the Greek. And they invented that whatever that they have to control the weather. And then once their thing caught on fire, they can't tap in their computer, and in a huge rain, you put this thing off. This is the technology. A giant red truck, and this dude over there complaining about like it's nothing. You think they will do this to their own people? Instead of going to the hood and burn down the hood with everybody in there, instead of going to Africa and burn down the African continent, instead of going to the Caribbean, to Jamaica, to Haiti, and burn down all the black folks that are living there, they are burning down their Greece, the pinnacle of civilization. They are burning down these dude. And brethren, there are a lot of things they are not showing you. They are not showing you the burnt body. Okay, there will be a video here. We warn you, there will be some burnt body here. Okay, but excuse me, there will be some burnt bipedal, the burnt two-legged animal in there. All right.
I believe we fight for nothing.
Government officials say only a small portion of Rhodes, a hugely popular island with tourists, was destroyed by fires. But for those who have lost their livelihoods...
There you go. So only, like Global News will show you, those people home, listen, it is not just the forests that are being burnt down. It is their home, brethren. This thing is, whatever this thing, quote unquote, the heat, it is targeted them specifically. This is precise. It targeted their home and their territory wherever they stay at. That's why this thing is burning them down. That's why those people have a frenzy. Oh, hey, get out of the city. When the nuclear launching, go off grid. So what you people live off grid, man. Bad boys. What you gonna do when the mighty one come for you? That's why a lot of our people, they listen to the so-called Gentiles. They left the city. They go live off grid. Because they don't want to be destroyed in that nuclear, the thing they're going to send to the city. Apparently, and if they go off grid and out of fear, beloved, then again, I'm not against going off grid. If you feel like you're not well in the city, you'll be better in off grid, you do that. But you do not move either to off grid or going to Africa or any country out of fear. You move because you want to move it, damn it. You're not moving because, oh, I'm afraid when this happened, I gotta move to the desert, I gotta move to this. I ain't gonna go nowhere, man. I'm tired of running, man. I've been running all my life. If something gonna happen, I'm down here. If I'm gonna die, though, so be it, man. I ain't gonna run again, man. This is my blessing coming and I'm running away from it. If you're going to launch a nuclear missile or war, an atomic bomb, so be it. Our people, my people, we've been through wars, nuclear, and all those things. Who do you think they were dropping those bombs in Nagasaki? The Nagas. Who do you think they were killing during World War II? The Tibetan yogis for practicing their so-called religions or cultures. Who do you think those people were? We've been to this hitch, man. I ain't gonna let anybody telling me to flee, run, live in fear, go live somewhere off grid, and always be afraid, always watching. Are they launching this thing? That's not living, and I'd rather die and reincarnate it again, man. Living in fear of my life, that's all I've been living with, in fear of everything. Those people, they fear to live, they fear to die. Okay, this thing is targeting them. It's not targeting us, and their houses, so to speak, their homes are being burned down.
The line seems out of step.
My restaurant and all, everything, it's take a fire. Also my mom's house and my house in the village.
Climate scientists working with the World Weather Attribution Initiative studying the latest heat wave in Europe and subsequent fires in near real time.
This is the technology. Those people cannot control the weather. They cannot tell the rain, start raining, or fire, better yet, fire, stop. Or they tap something in the whatever quantum computer, the word quantum mean magic, okay, and the magic computer and stuff. The only people that have a quantum computer, it is so-called the children of the Most High God Almighty. Our people, we do. Okay, we are in study for all those things, and some of us will start working in our quantum computer, aka magic computer or magical computer that come with its own EI. Every quantum computer, every magical computer, it come with its own EI, a personal assistant, an alien being. In our case, it come with a personal angel. It has a being in there that can give you whatever information that you're looking for. They don't have that. This is the technology. One dude here, another dude there, the third dude here, and the fourth dude there, with a giant hose spraying this thing, and then afraid for their life. This is the technology. They have no such thing. They can travel back in time. They have they can open. They have CERN. They can open this. They can open that. None of this garbage. This is all smoke screen. They have none of this technology. That's why those things are being burned. Yes, a lot of people will say, come over there and say, Big Levi, this is all fake, man. It's not real. I got people living in France and in Greece. They say it's not real. I got some dude was trying to tell us like, hey, the whole fire in Canada, it's not happening because he got people living in that area. They say there's no fire. Of course it's not. That's what the Gentile does. They always deny reality. Is the economy going bad, going good? Yes, it is. Is there no heat out there? No, there's no heat out there. Everything you see is fake. There is no heat. Everything is doing well. Christianity is booming. Just like the economy, everything is doing well. Oh, hell no. We know for a fact that's a lie. All right? Keep on moving.
Blame human-caused climate change.
Okay.
Palermo, Italy,
Look at this.
people made terrifying journeys to get to safety. West
Okay.
of Lisbon, Portuguese fire crews and volunteers worked Tuesday night to tamp down flames threatening a national park. And fires
Look at
along
this.
Algeria's
Look at this. This is Algeria. Okay. This is Algeria. Let me see. Bejaia, Algeria. Let's see where that is. It's in Algeria in Africa. Northern Africa. Bejaia, Algeria. There we go. It's a city in Algeria. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, in Northern Africa. There you go. Okay, that's Beja. See, they always take the cities close to the beach, the sea breeze, because the sea is actually very powerful. The store, the thing. So now this is the city. Okay, the city is burning down. This is not the forest and things like that. Okay, this is in the northern tip of Africa. All right, excuse me. Okay, this is Africa right here, and then this is right here. All right. And Africa is pretty huge. We have people over there. We got our people over there. We got a part of the Holy Land is over there. Okay. And then this is the place that are burning down. Their houses and things are burning down. All right. Don't let those people try to telling you, oh, it's just a forest. Look, you think those people are doing this thing to themselves? You think they're burning down their car? This is a mansion right here. Or I don't know what that is. A hospital or whatever. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars. With the 4 quarters, the 4 elements, the 4 angels. You think they are doing this thing to themselves? You think they are using their DW? And again, like we just said, excuse me, they could have literally, brethren, okay, take this thing, okay, aim down there in the Republic of Congo and burn down the whole Republic of Congo or Rwanda or Burundi and the entire continent of Africa, just burn it down, kill all black folks over there. Or they could have just, better yet, go to the Caribbean, burn down Haiti, Cuba, and Jamaica, the Bahamas, and all that, go to Brazil, and then burn down Brazil and stuff like that, go to Mexico and burn down all the original black folks and all that, go to the hood and burn down our people. Nope. They are burning down their own people, their own blessing. No, that is because the Mighty One is sweeping them off the Holy Land. He's sweeping them off worldwide.
Syria's Mediterranean coast led to
Look
the
at this,
deaths
man.
of at least 34 people.
Okay?
Algeria.
34 people. You know what to do. Now, you think, look at this, man. Look at this. Look at, let me enlarge this. Okay, yeah. Look, is that, beloved, look at the face, the state of those people. Do those people look like folks that are ready to take over the world? Do they look like folks that are ready to thrive, come with a new world order, and then coming with this? Oh, we are destroying our cars, burning down our houses, so we can build them back better, so we can have money from the so-called insurance, and then we're going to buy gold and silver, and then when we come back on top again, and then when people come to us, they will say, hey, I'm hungry. What do you have? I say, I have gold and silver. Let me get some of that gold and silver and eat. First of all, let me close something, another BS argument about those people talking about food and stuff like that. See, if you're a so-called Israelites and you're a prepper, I pity you. I pity you. If you're a prepper or some kind of like a survivalist like the Gentiles, I pity you. You think you can prepare from this, man? You think you can prepare against the heat? Listen, I'm not against anyone that have an extra food in the house, which you should. You have extra money. We have the $5 challenge. You have extra stuff in your house. But the fact that you're hoarding things, you're buying things like you're putting... There's a dude online and telling people to buy 2 years worth of food, man. Good grief. He was telling people to do this in 2020. I was telling people they didn't listen. Buy 2 years worth of food. So now in 2020, you buy 2 years worth of food, and then it's 2023 going to 2024, and then they still have the system. I don't know, whatever you people were saying that was going to crash. It didn't. Now all those food, you're going to eat them or throw them away. You think those people are not preppers? You think they are not survivalists? You think you're not the one that are buying so much, hoarding so much, put them in the house, in the car, and then the house burned down? Great glory to the mighty one. This is Esau's trouble.
People. Algerian civil protection services say 15 fires have been burning across 8 regions. This forest ranger section chief says calmer conditions are helping compared to Monday. The World Meteorological Organization reports Europe is the fastest warming of its regions, warming twice as much as the global average since the 1980s. All the more reason why the European Union says it's moving to double its aerial firefighting capacity.
We are in the climate crisis. It's already here. It is not unexpected. The scientists have been telling us about this.
But the new planes won't.
Now, again, beloved, let me just clarify something with the whole climate change thing. Listen, unlike the so-called Christians, unlike the regular average Joes, what you're calling the elite, what you're calling the 1%, the top dog, they have certain books that we are not privy to. You can see them. Okay, they know exactly what's going on. They're well aware of it. All right. They knew this. They knew they had the blessing from point A and definitely to point B. Started at 1 p.m. and then it will end it at 1 a.m. They know it, and they know everything that will happen according to our books and our holy books. Why do you think they forbid you to read those books? Why do you think if a slave back then or still now were caught reading, they will literally kill you? They will literally take your head off. Because they don't want you to know exactly what's going on. Now, everything is recorded in the Akasha, in the Akashic records. You can go ahead and see them. You can travel in time. You can go ahead and the Akasha principle and see all those things that are recorded in there. The information cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be altered and falsified. But the original information, the original book, they are still there. You can go ahead and travel there. If you study with us, they taught us, they show us how to do this. But of course, Christian, they will come out and say, well, that's witchcraft. You're trying to meditate and then astral project and stuff. That's witchcraft because my pastor, or it's in the book or whatever. They knew this thing was going to happen. That's why they come with the whole climate, whatever, shift, and then they make it political. Because anything you make political will never resolve. They knew this thing was going to be hot. The planet's going to heat it up. And the one that do not have that melanin suit on them, they ain't going to be here. And a lot of people that have the fake melanin suit, a hell of a lot. You have more fake melanin people walking around there claiming like, oh, I'm melanin, I'm black, I'm like you, we are together. And then once you give them the truth, they reject it. They are not one of us. All of them would be gone. They knew this. They knew this stuff was going to be hot. But the thing is like they don't know exactly when. That is why they are watching it, obsessed with us, because we are the timeline. That is why they're so obsessed with us, because there are certain things that we said, they quickly go ahead and then do a bunch of garbage and then try to muddy the water. For instance, the whole alien stuff. Why do you think now it's the Congress coming in and people coming in and confess and protest and testify in front of Congress saying, yes, alien exists. Yes, we have the body. Yes. Yeah. No shit, man. Like, yo, oh, I'm shocked. I'm well aware of that. All right, they know these things. All right, that's why they guide it under global warming and it is caused by human beings. Do you really think the so-called 83 have this their own blessing? They will allow people to pump so much whatever CO2 in the sky to mess with their blessing? You think they would have not stopped from day one if it was going to mess with the blessing, because they know the fact this thing was going to happen? They try to blame it on Mother Nature. No, it's not. It's the Holy One doing this. All right. And what they are calling the CO2, this thing is just nothing but garbage. You do not have enough people upon this earth that are emitting CO2. That means to this thing to have like less than 1% effect on this earth, you will need at least all the 7 billion people on the earth driving non-stop like huge trucks to have that thing do a little dent of damage upon the earth. The earth is so huge and super smart. Do you know that trees absorb CO2 and then they emit oxygen? You know how much trees are upon the earth, the forest? If you have a flower in your home, like a plant in your home, it's enough to clean the whole home, the whole house. This is how powerful this thing is. Let none of those people go ahead over there and try to tell you where these people of CO2 and then the weather, the elite are controlling the weather, and then because they try to bring Jacob's trouble because they're trying to come with the new order. All this nonsense garbage. Listen, this thing was coming out in 2008, 2007, the whole era of the black conscious thing going on. Listen, this is 2024. It's been 14, 15 years. This garbage need to put to rest. The so-called Gentiles have no power to control the weather, nor they can control, clone, or make human being. None of that.
Won't arrive for 2 years at the earliest, leaving people and wildlife across the continent to rely on each other to survive in ever more frequent extreme conditions.
Okay, and look at this dude. Look at this guy over there, man. Is he smoking? Is this guy smoking in a wildfire? Is that what that is? Let me double check, because it seems like this dude is actually smoking. Okay, let's watch.
Earliest, leaving people and wildlife across the continent to rely on each other to survive in ever more frequent extreme conditions.
Okay.
Crystal Gamansi, Global News, London.
He is smoking. You got to be freaking kidding me. Excuse me. The guy is smoking. Oh man, the guy is smoking in a wildfire. Smoke. The guy have a cigarette in his Great glory. Great glory, man. Hey, some of those guys, man, some of those dudes don't give a crap. I don't know if this was a cigarette or whatever, but the dude don't care. It's wildfire. He has to go and get his puff horn. For those of you that are new here, this is called a holy slide whistle. All right, let's keep on moving, beloved, okay?
It's been a difficult time for the family of one of the women who died over the weekend while hiking in the Valley of Fire.
The area they were found is about 45 miles northeast of Las Vegas. Only on 8 Tonight, 8 News Now reporter Victoria Saha spoke with Jessica Rhodes' family. Victoria here now with what that family says the outdoors meant to her.
David and Denise, this was not the outcome the family of Jessica Rhodes ever expected. They say she went.
Her name is Victoria. Victoria. For those of you that know what that is, put it in the chat or in the comment board. What do you think Victoria mean and what it stands for?
Went on hundreds of hikes in different conditions during the many summers she's lived here. Except this time, she didn't come home. Jessica Rosalie Rhodes is being remembered as someone who loved and lived for adventure.
She said going on hikes and stuff, it make her feel closer to God.
Her older sister, Hannah Ariola, describes her as being an expert about the ins and outs of the outdoors.
She does a lot of Spartan races. She does a lot of hiking.
Saturday was supposed to mark a new adventure at the Valley of Fire in celebration of Rhodes turning 35 on Tuesday. So she took off in her Nissan Sentra, joined by her friend Diana Matienzo Rivera.
Okay, and you can see the Haitian flag there. Just wanted to point that out. Let me go ahead and do
Turning
this.
35 on Tuesday, so she took off in her Nissan Sentra, joined by her friend Diana Matienzo Rivera.
They're adventure buddies.
Temperatures there reached 109 by mid-afternoon.
She was well prepared for her hike. She had food and stuff in her bag.
Ariola says her sister and her friend came across another hiking group on their trail. That group finished their hike and realized they didn't spot the two friends again. That's when they called for help. State Park Police found one of the women dead on the trail, another in a canyon. The next.
Okay, now let me stop right here. Beloved, listen. We've been over this multiple times. You must understand one thing here. We are not talking about a regular heat wave here. We are not talking about a natural heat wave, okay? If you do not have this, if you do not activate your DNA, so to speak, through this magical process that we are doing here, through the spiritual bath, the studying, the crystal, the sky, studying the stars, the solar, the alignment, if you're not activate this DNA through this, listen, this thing, you're going to die. Please, beloved, don't be too bold and saying, hey man, it's 101 degree, 100 over 100 degree here, let me go for a hike. You don't do that. You stay home, and if you ain't got nowhere to go, you stay home. If you're going to turn 35, you want to be closer to God. God is not on top of a mountain. This is figuratively speaking. This is analogously speaking, so to speak. The mighty one is inside of you, within you. The mighty one is cloaked himself in a thick darkness. The thick darkness is within you. That's why in the book of First King, when Solomon was building the temple, he agreed. He said, Solomon came back. He said, he told the people, listen, the Most High agree, he will dwell in the thick darkness. Remember when Moses was with the people? You know what? Let me go ahead and get the scriptures so that people can see it better. Because you will have people like, oh, Big Levi, you're teaching like false doctrine and stuff like that because you didn't brought any scriptures. But anyway, before we go into the scriptures, why is this happening? Genesis 15 verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. 2019, the 400 years is over. After 2020, the world turned upside down, and they haven't turned upside down since then. Everything is backward, and then it's only going to get worse. Get ready for 2024. Yes, Pluto is in Aquarius because we are transferred. We are in the age of Aquarius. Now, it retrograde back. Get ready for around like November. December. Woo! Get ready, okay? Now we are in Genesis 15 verse 14. Also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. And how do the Messiah is judging this nation? Well, through the 10 plagues. What you're witnessing here, it's called the fiery conflagration of the city, plague number 2. Okay, we have many videos for those of you excuse me, that are new to our channel. Then again, you can go to the channel, you can watch our lives. Okay, you can watch all the lives that we have done for months. Those are the studies, members only. But this one, we have lives, Aquarius. Let me see. Because it must have happened here. Ours is growing. Okay, theirs is. We are keeping ourselves alive. Okay, you can watch Pluto and Aquarius, your thoughts on the current and future state of 83. Oh boy, today, Sunday, we might have a phone call for the new people to come and then give their thoughts, because we have a lot of new people. We might have a calling on Sunday, tomorrow, so to speak. Okay, we have plenty lives. Okay. We have plenty live. You can go watch them. People calling.
And he's been having me pray to reverse all of the curses that were on our people and to activate and release the blessings on our people. Okay, those are the sisters that are praying to activate the blessing and release the curses. Okay, we have brethren here. All our people, you can participate in the chart. And then again, like we said, you can watch the live, and also we have videos, and you can go to make it easier, you can go to the playlist,
And we got 83's Trouble. We got 83's Trouble. We got a playlist that have all the Esau's Trouble video we've been releasing so far for this year. And you can go to Esau's Trouble here. Okay, and then the playlist have hundreds of videos that have all the Esau's Trouble we've been doing for the past 3 years. Okay, and then all of this are videos about Esau's Trouble. We got hundreds of them, and we've been warning the people. Okay, Esau's Trouble, Fiery Wrath, Holy Blaze. Let's watch this a little bit. Boy, sorry about the okay, the fires, the explosion. That was 2 years ago. When was June 15, 2021. All right, those things are not just now popping up. We've been warning those people about the fires, the explosion, okay, the wildfires. All right, let me see. Massive fire break at Chem Tool. All those fires. Okay, we talk about them and we read the stories. Okay, disaster compilation. This guy been uploaded. This thing is not just pop up. Okay, it's been there. Now, for the scriptures. Okay, I almost forgot. For the scriptures, let me go ahead and go get them right quick. Hopefully that thing will be recording. All right, it's recording. Okay, it seems like it's recording. It is. I don't know. Sometime it freezes. If it's frozen, I'm so sorry. That's gonna be a huge blow. If it's frozen, that's gonna be a huge blow. Oh, we're almost there. Anyway, if it's frozen, I'm gonna do another part 2, which is we're gonna have much more of this. Okay. Now, when we say the mighty one is within you, it's in the thick darkness, is inside of you, it's embedded in your DNA. 1 King 8:12. Then spake Solomon, the Lord said that he will dwell in the thick darkness. That's when he said he was going to build a house for the mighty one. Okay, and so that the priest could not stand, the minister, because of the cloud of the great glory of the Lord has filled the house of the Lord. And then spake Solomon, the Lord said that he will dwell in the thick darkness. I have surely built thee an house to dwell in, set a place for thee, and abide forever. He's not talking about the actual physical temple. Okay, it is the mighty one is dwelling in the thick darkness. And of course, in the book of Deuteronomy, and ye came, Deuteronomy 4:11, and ye came near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire unto the midst of heaven, with darkness, clouds, and thick darkness. You want to find the Holy One? Go to the thick darkness. Isaiah 62. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. The 3 days of darkness. It's analogous. You know what that is. Well, if you study with us, you know what that is. Okay, so let's keep on going with this, beloved. You don't need to go on top of a mountain to feel close to the Most High. It's already in you. Yes, you can go to a top of a mountain for meditation. We recommend that is if you can. But beloved, when the weather is like this, the plague are like that, and the weather is so hot, you don't go out there going to hike, beloved. I know some of our women, since she had the Haitian flag, I'm assuming she was one of those Amazonian fighting women, and they always feel that energy to go ahead and do things. It's an energy you need to tame, and the greatest way to tame anything is taming your mind. Your mind is the wildest entities known to men. Your mind is very wild, is very unorganized. Organize it, tame it, control it. Okay.
Ariola received a call from the coroner.
My heart dropped because it said 702. It was a 702 area code. Never in a million years would I think I would get a phone call that my little sister was gone.
The family tells me the coroner's office told them Jessica's death was heat-related. However, the exact cause of her death and on Diana Mantiencio Rivera has not yet been determined and could take several weeks as some more testing still needs to be done. David.
Victoria, both hikers worked at Summerlin Hospital, and they sent us a statement saying the women were beloved and respected employees who cared deeply about their patients and their coworkers. They add, quote, "Our hospital team is heartbroken and we will miss them tremendously."
Then again, beloved, we have to be careful, man. This thing is no joke, man. This heat is no joke. Of course, the heat does not affect it, certain one of us. But hey, don't be too cocky, man. The other day, let me tell you what happened. The other day, I had to take my beloved mother somewhere. And I was in the car. The AC was doing pretty well. And she said, "You coming up?" I said, "Nah, man, I'll be waiting for you here." She said, it's going to be like 2 hours. And it was 12 o'clock. She's going to that place at 2. I'm like, "Nah, I'll be all right." Brother. And I almost died in the car. I almost died. When I stayed there, I was in the phone. And then the AC, for some reason, stopped working. And I'm like, "Oh, what the hell is going on?" I got confused. And I was trying to like, "Hey, what the hell is going on? Why the AC stop working?" And I start sweating. And I'm like, "Oh, yo, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna die in this car." And then that thing happened so quick. I quickly get out of the car and walk upstairs and go up there and turn on the fan. And the AC was already on. And then I had a huge headache, man. I had a massive headache. Stay like for like a minute or two, and then it's gone. And I realized that I could have died in the car. I was watching certain videos, and then I got distracted because I was parked my car. It was 100 whatever degree, and then trying to be cocky and be overconfident. Nah, man, this hitch can get you killed. Please, beloved, don't do this. You know, I was the one who was lucky. I escaped, but this sister right here, she did not. All right, don't be too cocky, okay? Great glory. Let's keep on moving.
Take a look at this. Huge plumes of smoke there shooting into the air earlier today as a fire broke at a salvage yard in Houston's south side.
Yeah, firefighters were able to contain the fire pretty quickly in just about 30 minutes. This happening at the Green Auto Parts on Holmes Road near Highway 288. HFT says during the scrapping process of 4 cars, oil and gas drained from the cars and somehow ignited. That set off a chain reaction to smaller gas tanks, tires, batteries, and other car parts. One firefighter was injured, suffering a back injury after falling. No other person was hurt.
Okay, beloved, we are done with part 1. It's been an hour. We will take part 2. Hopefully that thing is recording. Again, in part 2, you will just see us. You can go look for it. I would rather that you go look for it than to wait for it. Or you can wait for it. If you're watching this on TV, you might want to go ahead and look for it. And if you're watching this on your phone and you have your this little button right here, the autoplay on, it will automatically play. But we will advise you to look for it. We will see you in part 2. Shalom.